what's up, Pisces friends? This is your astrological forecast for the month of September 2016. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very briefly before we get started, I just wanted to remind you guys that this horoscope is very generalized for anyone born under the sun, moon, or rising or ascendant sign, as it's called, in the sign of Pisces. But don't forget that you have a whole entire chart to look at when it comes to astrology. If you know that you were born in February or March and you're a Pisces, well, that's only the sun sign. There's also the rising and the moon sign and all the other planets to look at that make you a unique person with a unique blueprint that was given to you by the stars. So to check that out, which is called your natal chart or your birth chart, there's a link that I have down below to where you can go to a website for free and obtain your birth chart. And if you would like a personal interpretation of your chart by an astrologer such as moi, there's also information below to where you can go and schedule a reading with me, and I would love to give you a reading. All right, now on to your general forecast. Pisces, there is so much going on this month, so just forgive me and stick with me here. It's going to be a little long this month, okay? So first of all, relationships are a big theme for you guys this month. It was also in August because of energy being in your opposite sign, which is Virgo. But also in September, there's going to be a focus on intimacy and really opening yourself up to another person, as well as some significant changes within yourself as well. So let me break down the planetary activity in detail and let you know why this is. The sun continues to be in the sign of Virgo, which is your opposite sign, which rules your relationships, up until the 22nd of September. So wherever the sun is at, that gives us more of a focus on that area, and we can see things a lot more clearly as well. So you are going to be looking at your relationships. If you are in one or involved with someone, you're going to be looking at them, you know, a little bit more clearly. And if there are any issues as well, hey, you're going to be noticing them so much more than usual. If you are single and looking, when the sun is in your 7th house, this is a time where you can be shining out into the world as a single and free Pisces who is looking for love, who is on the prowl, and people will notice you a lot more. You'll feel like putting more effort into your appearance and really putting yourself out there, kind of advertising yourself in a way. Hey, I'm looking good, I'm single, what's up? So Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Virgo the whole entire month of September. Now you will hear people say, oh, on the 22nd, Mercury goes direct. Hooray, Mercury retrograde is over. Boo-boo. It is not completely over because Mercury will start beginning to move direct on the 22nd, yes. However, it'll still be in a time which is called the shadow period, where it's still a little wobbly, a little shaky with the things that Mercury rules, and it's trying to get back up to speed. That takes about 2 more weeks. So up until about the 1st or 2nd week of October, Mercury will still pretty much be in retrograde. You'll see the effects of Mercury retrograde still happening. All that being said, with this being in your opposite sign, it's dealing with relationships. It's bringing people back to you from the past. It could be like a past relationship that you let go of, that person coming back to you in any type of way, whether that be in person, on your phone, texting you, on your social media, trying to hit you up. This is you guys are going to be one of those signs where, you know, Mercury retrograde can really bring back those exes, but you guys are going to be one of the #1 signs that will either go back to your ex, or your ex will be trying to go back to you or trying to contact you in some sort of way. Or it can be because Mercury rules the mind and thinking processes. You can just have them come back to you in memory and in the mind, you know, not necessarily like some action happening to try to get something going again. You could just be thinking about your past relationships. I know I'm a Pisces moon, so this forecast applies to me too. Since Mercury's been retrograde, yeah, I have been thinking a lot about my past relationships. Not like, oh, I want to go back to my ex. No, because I am a happily taken woman now. For years I have been. But I've just really been thinking about the lessons that I've learned in those relationships, the mistakes that I made, you know, and what to avoid going forward, you know, in relationships, what I don't want to ever happen again, and just stuff like that. A lot of memories come back to you though, so just a fair warning to my very sensitive Pisces people. You know, memories can come back to haunt you of your relationship, so just deal with that whatever way that you can. Adding to all of this relationship stuff, there's going to be a new moon solar eclipse this month on the 1st of September that affects our relationships. I'll go more into detail about that at the end of the horoscope when I talk about the lunar events. But just letting you know, a new beginning is going to happen with relationships, Pisces. It's it's bound to happen for us this month. So the energy is going to start shifting into our 8th house, and this is the area of life that rules intimacy, like really deep intimacy. The 7th house previous to that is more like getting to know someone on a one-on-one level, you know, more on like a superficial level, like, oh, I like you, oh, I like you too, oh, it's like the like, okay, you like somebody and you decide to partner up with them for whatever reason. But the 8th house is peeling back all the layers, honey. No more surface level. It's like you get to know me and all of my baggage that I have and all of my emotions, even if they're ugly when they come out. You get to know all of that stuff. But it's also getting to know the beauty inside of another person, or someone getting to know that about you. You know, Pisces were very sensitive people, and the sensitive water signs can be pretty private as well. So this can mean like we, you know, start to begin to trust someone and finally let them know the parts of ourselves that we keep very private. So this is very much possible with these transits. So with all that being said, we start out with Venus already in Libra in September up until the 23rd, really bringing out more of this intimacy. And Venus rules whatever we enjoy in life. You know, it's like enjoyment of the 5 senses and enjoyment of the physical world as a human being. So we will be enjoying maybe a little bit more privacy with a partner that we like, you know, or that we start a relationship with, or even if you're already in one. It's like finding more time together for intimacy, whatever that means for you. Just a fair warning that the 8th house is also a house that's very possessive and jealous. So when Venus goes in there, normally diplomatic, friendly, lovely, wanting everybody to get along Venus can become a little more cray-cray, as they say nowadays. You know, she can get a little more jealous and possessive and start wanting to look in their partner's phone. I mean, this can make this happen with you. Start wanting to look in your partner's phone a little more and check up on them and look at them on the Google map and all kinds of crazy stuff that you hear about Scorpios doing, because this is a very similar energy to their energy. So try to keep that under control, if you will. So Venus will be in an opposition to Uranus on the 18th. And Uranus is a planet that rules the eccentric, the unexpected, electricity, the out of the ordinary, out of the box. So when Venus is like happy, you know, and just being chill and everything, she's going to get zapped with an electric shock, if you will, by Uranus on the 18th and be like, oh my gosh. So something very shocking can happen within relationships. You know, maybe you can all of a sudden like have this attraction to someone, because the 8th house where Venus is at is like, it rules magnetic attraction, being kind of obsessive over someone. So you can all of a sudden become like attracted to and obsessive about another person, whereas, you know, maybe you weren't really like that before. So that's a possibility. But also, this opposition is happening in 2 financial areas for you as well. Uranus is in your 2nd house of earned income, and the money that you spend and the money that you save, the money that you budget or don't budget, just your money, okay? And then the 8th house is money that you get from other people, from other sources other than working. So, you know, just an example, some of my Pisces can meet like a sugar daddy or sugar mama around that time that all of a sudden surprises them with money and gifts and showers them with shopping sprees and things like that. Or it can be just in a partnership that you have that's a regular relationship. You know, you guys, like, all of a sudden you receive a gift from that person or feel like giving to them. Or yeah, as I mentioned before, just a sudden attraction can happen that like really rocks your world, Pisces. Some interesting news for you guys is Jupiter also moves into the sign of Libra, which is your 8th house, on the 9th of September. Now, wherever Jupiter travels, he expands your mind, broadens your horizons. It's all about, it's an energy that rules like teaching and learning and really absorbing lots and lots of very important information, like college level information, okay? Not just like absorb and throw away really quick stuff like the news, you know, that's ever changing. No, it's like history, just a lot of information. Jupiter is also very expansive, very abundant, very happy-go-lucky, very giving. So when this comes into your 8th house, what can happen in the next year, because that's how long this Jupiter transit is going to last for you guys, is you all of a sudden receive inheritances this year, or maybe your credit might be boosted. It might be good to where you all of a sudden start getting all of these approvals for credit cards. I've seen that with Jupiter in the 8th with a lot of people. But you need to be careful there, because Uranus is in your 2nd house for a couple more years, causing ups and downs and sudden things happening with your finances. So use the Jupiter energy wisely. Don't take it as, oh, all this money I have, and run up all like kinds of credit card debt and loan debt and things like that. So be responsible, Pisces, but really look forward to expanding. Also, if you are in a business partnership or trying to run a business and, with other people, and you guys earn money like through the business, this could be a great expansion of that within the next year as well. This can also bring you a lot more opportunities for intimacy. And this can be with, different people. I mean, this doesn't also always have to mean like you get together and get your bang bang boogie on, pretty much. Okay, it can mean that. You can have a lot more of that in this year if that's something that you're open to. But it can be even just friendships. You finding more people that you can trust as friends and really let your guard down towards, and feeling good about it and comfortable and not being so, private or anxious or nervous about letting people get to know the real you, Pisces. So this is within the next year. Also, Pisces, you are a water sign. Usually the water signs are very in touch with the unseen world and the spiritual world. The 8th house rules the occult. So Jupiter in your 8th house, this is a time where you can learn a lot more occult knowledge, like astrology, like tarot, and things like that. I know when Jupiter transited my 8th house a few years back, that's when I absorbed so much more information about astrology. Like, I learned so much. I was constantly, like, if I was on my phone, I was learning. You know what I mean? I was like absorbing that much more easier, all of this occult knowledge and information, and it was awesome. It really gave me a boost. So if you're trying to be involved in something and learn something in the spiritual world, this is a really good time in this next year to absorb it all. So when the sun moves into Libra on the 22nd, this is shining even more light up into that 8th house. It can be kind of dark sometimes because it does rule, the things in the world that people call the dark side of life. So you can start seeing, you can have more contact with spirits, okay? Like, my Pisces people are usually very, very psychic and receptive to energy of other people, whether they are living or no longer living. So you can start, seeing and communicating with spirits during this time, or just be very sensitive to other people's energy a lot more. But this is even more energy to give you a boost in the area of being more intimate with other people, especially with partners as well. The sun will come in conjunction with Jupiter on the 26th of September. And this is an awesome time if you are really trying to get something going as far as, working with other people in a business, with, finally getting a settlement that has to do with alimony or child support or things like that, or insurance, or, a lawsuit or something like that, reaping the rewards finally. Around this time, this can happen for some of my Pisces. Or it can be, just another boost in the area of intimacy and learning more about the occult and, getting in touch with the unseen world a lot more. So the next sign that we're going to shift in the energy to is Scorpio. Venus will move into Scorpio on the 23rd. And wherever Venus travels, I already explained, it's how you're enjoying life. And Venus is moving into what's called your 9th house. Okay, this is a very fun area of life, let me tell you. It's all about traveling, all about having a great time, feeling all this like joy and abundance, feeling like being adventurous. And my Pisces people, just generally speaking about the energy of Pisces, okay, we like far and away places. We like to daydream and let our minds go far away. And we like going places that are far away to escape. We are, escapists, okay? So when Venus is in your 9th house, you can enjoy escaping away for a little bit with travel. And this isn't just like, oh, I'm going to the next state over travel. No, this is like, I'm going long distance, like another country travel, So enjoy some travel during this time. Enjoy some adventure, even within your own city if you're not going to be able to travel. And you may meet somebody during this time as well that is a little bit different from you. Somebody that's foreign, somebody that's outside of the norm of you usually dating. And have a little bit of an adventurous time with them. Mars continues to be in the sign of Sagittarius in your 10th house of career up until the 27th. Now, Mars and Saturn are both here. And Pisces, I know it has been hard. I know it has been hard because Saturn is a planet that rules hard work and discipline. And he takes no half-stepping, no skipping steps. He has been rough on us, and he will be there for the next like year and a half, 2 years, okay? But Mars's transit is a lot quicker. He's been in and out of there since the beginning of 2016, actually. But now he's finally leaving our 10th house this month. So we are finishing up things when it comes to career, building a career. Mars energy is like giving us a lot of drive, you know, to really accomplish things and not really want people to stand in our way. And to just be full speed ahead, like, move out my way, sucker, I'm trying to get something done, you know? So we could be that way with our job and career right now. Finishing up some things, achieving some great things. Some of my Pisces are trying to achieve a title right now, you know, some certain title or certification or an honor, and you're really working hard with this Mars energy. So Mars will shift into Capricorn, which is your 11th house, on the 27th. This is the house of groups and friendships and like-minded individuals that you connect to. So Mars is, with it being active and aggressive, you can start participating in more active activities in groups, like going to work out with friends or going on those like bike rides that people do as groups and marathons and stuff like that if you're an active Pisces. But if you're not really a physically active Pisces, it can be just spending more time with friends, you know, and really being active in groups. But Mars is a very aggressive energy, okay? So he can cause conflict wherever he travels in your life. So he can cause a little bit more conflict amongst groups and friends. So if you're disagreeing with friends at this time, you may not be so patient, so loving, so sweet and everything that Pisces are usually known for. You may just want to take a stand and tell somebody off, even if they've been your friend for a long time. So yeah, that's something that you need to try to chill on, Pisces. Or even if you're not giving off that aggression, like aiming it at someone, you're still kind of radiating and wearing like that God of War energy within groups of people. So you may have some challenges, some people come at you. You know, say for example, like you're a Pisces that believes in the spirit world and stuff, and then you post things online on social media about your beliefs. Well, be prepared, because you may have a lot more you know, non-believers and people who are just like skeptics, like start coming after you, you know, and challenging you on that. So just be prepared to challenge them. But you got all this 8th house energy that's helping you to boost your knowledge on the subject if this is something that applies to you. So just let them know, Pisces. All right, so let's get to the lunar events. They are extremely important for me to tell my fellow fishies because they directly affect us, okay? So the first one is a new moon, which happens on the 1st of September. This is in our opposite sign, which is Virgo, so that rules our relationships. This is when the sun and the moon are together in the same sign and they birth something brand new. So if any of my Pisces have been single for a long time, hey, this might be a time where you can finally, you know, get together with somebody and build a brand new relationship. Or if you have an existing relationship, maybe take things to the next level, get engaged, maybe get married, you know, or maybe just decide to be committed and be exclusive with one another. It can be a new beginning, like you guys just start a new chapter, like you move in together, or maybe just, you know, you decide to just stop playing games with one another and just really start being more, you know, direct with one another about your feelings. I mean, a new beginning in relationships in any regards can happen for you guys. Now, this is in opposition to Neptune, which is in our sign of Pisces. And this is an energy that rules like delusion and illusion on the negative side. So I would say whatever decision is made as far as relationships with this new moon eclipse, make sure that you are fully aware of everything in reality. Even more important for us is this lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 16th. And this eclipse is in conjunction with Chiron, an asteroid nicknamed the Wounded Healer. So with the energy of the Wounded Healer coming into play for us personally, this can mean we are healing in any area of life, Pisces, and this can mean with relationships. This may be a time to let go of something because this is the sun and moon in opposite signs, you know, opposing each other. Finally, a breaking point is met to where we have to let go. This can be just an opportunity to heal from anything in our lives, whether it's relationships with partners, children, family, anything. If this is happening in our sign, it can mean a lot of like self-forgiveness, okay? It can mean like really working on our self-esteem and letting go of a negative image that we have of ourselves, and maybe even changing something drastically with our image to make us feel so much better about ourselves. Whew, it's getting crazy hot out here, but the last lunar event for us this month is a new moon. It's not an eclipse, a regular new moon in the sign of Libra in our 8th house. So a brand new beginning when it comes to joint finances and intimacy can happen for us as well. All right, so this month I'm pulling 3 angel tarot cards for us. One for the new moon eclipse, one for the full moon eclipse, and one for overall the month of September. What's the message for Pisces? All right, so I'm going to go shuffle and I'll be right back with your cards. All right, Pisces, so these are your cards for September for the new moon eclipse that happened on the 1st in the sign of Virgo. The Lovers card came up for you guys, and this is so appropriate because this eclipse is happening in your 7th house of relationships and other people. The message on the card says, intimate relationships, hello. Carefully weigh your decisions, good health. So this is in your opposite sign. And if you see on the card, Archangel Raphael is like dipped in green. He's like spreading green. He's drizzled in green. He's covered in green. Green, the color of the heart chakra. Okay, so maybe some of my Pisces, even though you guys usually have big hearts, you're loving people, your heart chakra may be something that needs to be worked on this month. Maybe needs to be opened up. Maybe it's going to be initiated to be opened up with this eclipse in Virgo. Intimate relationships and carefully weigh your decisions. Yes. Carefully weigh your decisions when it comes to relationships because check it out. Another sign got this card too. Actually, I think Capricorn did. Look at this person in the couple. Okay, I believe it's a lady. Look at her. She's like, yes, Archangel Raphael, I am ready to bask in love. You know, I really want to be in love. And she's, you know, next to this man and she's like, I'm really in love. I'm ready for love. And the man is having this like skeptical look on his face, like, yeah, I'm right here, but I'm not completely sure if I want to be here. And his back is turned on Archangel Raphael and all of this heart chakra, lovely energy that he's giving away. So this is definitely saying that a huge change is going to be happening within relationships for you. And this eclipse is happening opposing Neptune in your sign, in your 1st house. So Neptune, as you guys are aware, because you are going through a transit of this, your ruling planet through your sign, and you are always Neptunian because this planet rules you 24/7, 365, you know, whatever, how many years you live, you're ruled by Neptune. So you're familiar with that energy. It can be confusing. It can cause illusions and delusions sometimes. So since this moon is opposing Neptune in your sign, this is saying that you really need to know what exactly is going on in your relationships, Pisces. What's going on with you? Are you this person in the relationship? Do you know what you want? Are you skeptical like this person, or do you know what you want like this person? Okay, that's kind of what the message is for you for this moon. So that is your message with the Lovers card with relationships. Huge focus for you guys this month. So for the full moon eclipse happening in your sign in Pisces, the Queen of Air came up. Independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making. More decision making here, huh? Clearing away all that no longer serves you. Seeing the humor in a situation. So Pisces, your energy can be pretty sensitive. And I'm a Pisces moon, so I totally understand. We could be pretty sensitive people. But also we can be very open-minded people. We can be people that look out. Look at the background. Look at the background behind the queen. It's got stars like of the galaxy, of the universe. It's beautiful. And look at her crown that she's wearing. Look at the jewels. Those are purple, like a purple color, like crown chakra color, third eye color chakra, which Pisces, we are very in tune with that. And her eyes, to me, even though this is a Queen of Air, her eyes are light colored, which I usually see in Neptunian people like Pisces, or people that have a planet near Neptune. And so she's very intuitive. Okay, it says she's witty, and this is air energy, which is normally associated with the air signs like Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. And we have a lot of energy happening in Libra this month. But Anyway, this eclipse for you is saying to really tap into your intuition. I mean, it's in conjunction with Chiron. It's in the same sign as Neptune. It's in your sign. All this healing energy, all this energy of release and intuition. So use it. Use it this month, especially whatever comes to you around this eclipse, Pisces. Don't take it with a grain of salt. If you have dreams, write them down. Write down any messages that you feel like you got from those dreams. Since there is a unicorn, which is actual like a living figure in the ball, it's like she's looking at this other being. This could be you looking at another person, because the full moon eclipse means that the sun and moon are in opposite signs. So both you and other people are involved, okay, with how it affects you personally. So this can be making sure that you clearly see what's going on in your life, in your situations, and in your relationships. The vision of this unicorn is very clear. It's not distorted, okay? So she is like, oh, I really see how this person is. I see what's going on with them, okay? And since this card does represent releasing what no longer serves you, this can mean that you may need to release a relationship. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you finally realize that this is a good person for you, and you release any skeptical feelings, any feelings of like doubt, and finally just go with the flow and let your heart heal and be able to be, happy in a relationship with someone else. Now, if you're not affected in a relationship manner this month, Pisces, which I would doubt, because both of the eclipses are happening, in significant relationships, areas that were relationships for you. But if you're not dealing with relationships, this can just mean dealing with people in general, okay? And life in general for you. Letting go of what no longer serves you. Making sure you're really seeing life through clear eyes, okay? Don't let your eyes be the glistening, foggy Neptune dreamer eyes that don't see everybody and everything clearly and gloss over things. Let your eyes be the intuitive, crisp, clear vision, and use this crown chakra, okay, to really, really tap into your intuition and say, you know what? I really know what's going on here. Okay, so that's your message for the full moon eclipse. Finally, for the overall month of September for you guys, the most important message that came up is the Six of Earth. And Aquarius got this card before you guys. Gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, hey, receiving a loan or paying off debts. So, amongst all the relationship stuff and the emotional stuff, there is an element of grounding that you need to focus on, okay? You've got Saturn and Mars in your house of career this month. And you've got Libra energy, which is your 8th house of dealing with money when it comes to other people. So when the energy is shifting there this month, you can have some good things that happen because Venus will be there for the majority of the month. And Venus does bring a good luck energy in finance when she travels through the financial houses. The sun will move there, Jupiter will move there. When Jupiter moves into your 8th house, though, this can be a time where you do get a lot of loans offered to you. Credit card offers, vehicle loan offers may just start coming to you in the mail and email, and you can get approved for all this stuff. And that is awesome, Pisces, but you need to make sure you don't overdo it, okay? Keep a great balance when it comes to all these financial opportunities of money being given to you. Now, I'll just tell you personally, I'm a Pisces moon. I mentioned that already. So this affects me too. And what just came to mind was I had a company that I took out a loan with and I'm paying it off. They called me a couple days ago and they asked me if I wanted more money from them, if I wanted to take out more money for a loan and tack it on to the loan that I'm already paying. And they gave me some sort of like discount or deal or whatever, but they said they would still have to run my credit. And I was like, of course. I'm thinking, oh, more money, awesome. There's so many things I can invest in if I did that. But then I started thinking about the long term. I would still be paying off this loan with interest for a longer period of time. So is it really worth it for right now to do something right now with a loan Is it worth it in the long run? So these are an example of a decision that could be coming up for all of my Pisces people. Just be very wise with your money this whole month of September. So that's your cards this month, Pisces.